Hello everybody, we're back again with Pixel Art Academy. On to the last of the available tutorials, I believe, with Pixel Art Line Width. Now, you see that it's blank here, but you'll also see in the challenges, I've done one of the challenges already. I actually had to go through and reset this. I did the video once before, and over the past couple of days, I unfortunately caught a little bit of food poisoning, and in my delirious attempts at recovery, I did the screen capture in basically only captured a quarter of the screen. So I'm gonna do it again. So it's new for you, but I'll do my best to recreate what we had done before. I'm gonna go ahead and do a warm up challenge here. We'll do the little car here. Quite a lot going on with this one. Select our brush. Open up our reference here. Find a good reference point. I like these tires here. We'll go ahead and start off in this back corner. I think it's this color gray. Yep, looks like it. Right up at the top. Pretty sure it's that shade of blue. Yeah. We got this hot pink coming right down. We'll just follow it along to the fenders. Oop, not that one. There we go. A little bit too far out. Oh, I guess we can switch over and do this other tire as well. Remember to hit that Alt button to get your to pick your color from the canvas. Save you just a little bit of hand work. So you're now there. Is it this stark white? It is not that stark white. It's more this off-color grayish. Fill in the back here, we have this purple. That's gonna come down. Should be that one. That looks about right. And we're gonna keep following that line right there. Now we've got another gray, not the same gray as the tires. More of a maybe a blue in that gray scale, I guess. There we go. I think those are the seats. This looks like maybe somebody in blue jeans, green shirt, and a pink hat. Is that the pink? That's the pink. There's a little bit of a tan flesh tone. There's the green. Going back to this blue color. Oh. A little purple there. Fill in this line of pink. Got this brighter aqua blue for the windshield. And we'll fill in some more of the car here. Let's grab and pull this over a touch. There we go. You can see there we go. I think that'll be better. Now we can see Whole car. Oops, not there. Ah. Comes down like that. And we have the racing stripes. That's where they go. Got a little off in my line of sight. Boop, boop, boop. And there we go. So let's head over to that tutorial. So this is pixel art line width. The width or weight of the line can be altered by using doubles. So this is the thin 1 pixel line. The typical line in pixel art is 1 pixel wide, but we can only perfectly achieve it with horizontals and verticals. 1 pixel. With diagonals due to jaggies the width along the line varies. The thin 1 pixel line alternates from 1.4 pixel px at its widest down to 0 px in the corners of the jaggies. So we'll do this middle one first. See, it's it's 1 pixel where there is 1 pixel, and in between, where the corners of 2 pixels meet, there are literally no pixels, so it's 0 pixels. We can come up here and see that here too. You have portions where it's 1 pixel and portions where it's 0. If we want the line to be clearly connected and ensure it is at least 1 pixel wide, we need to add doubles to achieve a thick 1 pixel line. So now if I take and hold down the shift button, click shift, and bring it up here, it looks like that one. They're saying they want to connect the line clearly connected. Want the line clearly connected to ensure it's at least 1 pixel wide in all spaces. We add in these doubles to create that thick line there. We could easily just recreate this one instead of single picking the pixels, just adding, come on now, adding that double line to it. This one I think would be a little more difficult because now you're alternating where you're putting those doubles in. Although less common, give it enough space, 2 pixel lines also make an appearance. Use the plus or minus keys or the control and the mouse scroll. That's a little cumbersome. Use the plus or minus keys or control, not plus, but control with the mouse scroll to increase or decrease the size of your brush. So on the numbers bar, I'm at 1 pixel right here, you can see. There's 1 pixel. That one press of the plus button increases it to a 4 pixel square. Another press takes it to this 5 pixel cross, and on and on. Or we can control and scroll down size with the mouse scroller. How big did he program this to get? How big is it going to go? Oh, there we go. All right. But for now, we'll move this all just to the double pixel square. And just like with the single pixel, you can click and slide over. I think it gets more difficult here. Maybe not. No, you can still use the same trick. Ah, that one didn't like it though. Oops. That one didn't like it. So if you wanted to achieve the same effect, we would single click along that line. Once again, this seems like something that would be very nice to have to save as an image, to have somewhere just to post as a reference. And I don't know if there's anything beyond just screenshotting and cropping. But yeah, I would. That's what I would like to see from further iterations of this program. Yep. As you can see, we'll be going through these as well. We'll just go ahead and reset them and start. With typically small sprite sizes, pixel art gravitated towards using thin 1-pixel lines, leaving as much space as possible for surface colors and other details. Besides being compact, thin lines help the eyes follow smoothly along the pixels. So you have a fairly wide canvas here. You have a palette of colors, but they have they have the color indicated here, but chosen for us as the black outline. But I think this is a little bit too wide. So let's just fill it in with our single pixel. And click along. All right. Now while we're doing this, if you haven't seen, I'm doing some streaming more and more. I'm going to try and stream Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Though when I'm uploading this today, it's going to be Saturday. Again, I was kind of out of commission for the last couple of days. Actually, my last stream you'll see. Where I ran a little bit short. I'm running through the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past with a twist. Every time I mess up, I have to do exercises. Just a fun little mechanic. I think that's going to be for chat if they're there. I had a couple of friends come in. They seemed to have a good time. I'm simulcasting to Twitch as well. And one of the things I would like to get there is, what do you get, those channel points? And that way chat can have a chance to to punish me there too, for fun. Because while sitting down playing games, getting ideas and motivations and for pixel art, and sitting down and doing pixel art is well and good. It's deceptively strenuous on the body in a different way. You know, sitting for long periods of time, and it's not real good for you. All right, due to being 0 pixels wide in the corners, thin line art doesn't clearly separate neighboring diagonal shapes, letting these spaces bleed into each other. A difference in color helps mitigate this. All right. So we've got a tan cream tone here. Oh, no, we don't. Is it this one? It is not that one either. I am really bad at that. We're just going to fill these ones in. Sitting on a little log. Oops. And then I think I can grab this, go to our fill tool, and just start popping it in. Yeah, let's zoom in a little bit. It's an adorable looking character. I like that. Is it this one? Oh, let's go back to our brush. It is that one. Fill in the boots. Go back to our brush and click in these spots. One of the things I was commenting on last time, I don't know if this is a particular bad habit that I'm getting into. If there are, quote, bad habits that you can get into with pixel art like this, whereas, you know, it's a program like this, it's kind of paint by numbers. So when you're going off on your own and into a blank canvas, if picking one color and then filling it in and then going to the next one, or going line by line up, rather than I guess going layer by layer, would be a better use, a better use or way of drawing, for lack of a better term. If someone with more experience knows or has a good answer for me, I'd love to hear in the comments. Boop, boop, boop. Dopamine ding. And there's our adorable little critter sitting on the log. Reset that. Thick 1 pixel lines ensure there is always at least 1 pixel between the shape on each line. This gives clarity to the areas and their definition and overlap, but requires more space and a bolder appearance. So let's zoom in. This one, we've got multiple shades here, but it is monochromatic. They're in different colors, just shades between black and white. So we're still starting off with the black for the outline. So yeah, going back to what I was talking about before, looking at streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Maybe come up with a cute name for it, like Motivation Mondays, Workout Wednesdays. I don't know, something alliterative for Fridays. but or just play various pixel games, because that's my interest. I think a lot of the interest of the people that watch me now. The handful. Shout out to Gamer and the Arbiter that came into my last stream. But yeah, last Wednesday I streamed for a bit, and that was right about the time I think I was starting to kind of get ill, and so I don't think I did myself any favors. I didn't even do that much. It was only like 3 or 4 times I had to spin the wheel, you know, within that hour time span. But that seemed to push me over the edge enough to make the next day really unpleasant. I don't know if you can tell, but yesterday I know it was, but today I can certainly feel it in my own voice that I'm not exactly, you know, my voice still feels a little gravelly, a little underdone. I was also working in some very dusty shops this week, and breathing in good old slag and metal dust. Very, very good for your lungs. All right, well, look at this one. It has this white halo around it. I wonder if that's an intentional, wrong button, part of this part of this design, or if what am I trying to say? If it's intentional with the design to have this white outline outside of the heavy black, or if this is just to kind of make it stand out against the paper. I mean, you know, I imagine it must be, because there's a couple of spots here where there's a gap in it. I don't know what game this is from. I didn't recognize this one. Are there any whites down here that we need to block in? No. But I do like the effect that it has on this. Kind of makes it glow. Especially this stripe here on the knife edge. All right, and just because I can see these better, I'll block in the dark ones. But like I said, I'm feeling better today, so I plan on streaming tonight. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Thank you. I do plan on streaming tonight. Probably about 9 o'clock. So if you want to catch me here or over at Twitch, and of course the VODs are going to be saved to the channel. And as you know, part of my whole goal with this is motivating not only myself but the people that watch me. I think it'd be fun to have chat, have my viewers suffer with me. And boop boop boop. Yeah, so it creates this glowing effect. So I don't know if that's a knight or a robot. It seems. So this is Christina Castpixel Neophotisto. My apologies for that, Christina. I'll just call you Christina. Artwork from 64 by 64 RPG. So this is the other fantastic thing about this, and I love the way that the guy put this together and who he collaborated with. I know I've mentioned this before, but this makes me go on to Steam, look up these games, go, this is beautiful artwork. I wonder what this is. And so what a fantastic collaboration with other creators. Wide lines. 2 pixel lines offer an even bigger clarity of shapes. Die in the Dungeon. Now this one I've definitely heard of. I absolutely love this little frog guy. He is just disgustingly adorable. Given space enough, 2 pixel lines give the sprites from Die in the Dungeon a standout cartoony look. The extra width from the lines the extra width gives the line space to breathe, sharing the softer appearance of thin lines. So let's zoom in. I'm going to use the 1 pixel here just to block in some of these thinner ones. And then these thinner and single point areas that I can see. But then I'm just going to go ahead and click on the thick boy and start blocking it in. Just like that. Oop, not like that though. Oop. Let's get that little guy out of there. There we go. Click, click, click. You know, it's actually not too bad. Switching between brush sizes. You know, I thought it would be a little bit cumbersome. But you know, once you set your fingers down in a comfortable position on the keyboard, you can get to those plus minus keys pretty easily. Or again, if you're there's Control Alt Shift on either side, so whatever's gonna suit you best for your style, I suppose. I'm gonna check something real quick. I think the music on the game went out. So I'll do my best not to have so many pauses in my own voice. Oops. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. As we continue filling in Mr. Battletoad. And so we did the outline in one, and then the color is changing on the outline again. And first time I'd recorded this, well, I'll go over it when I get there. The art style of Die in the Dungeon also employs shaded outlines. Oh yeah, so shaded outlines, which will be further explored in art direction lessons. Recolor the outlines as required. So I'm going to just go ahead and take care of this shadow underneath here, because I think that's actually a pretty key component of how I ended up looking at what was going on with this image. Go back to my brush. We'll do the big green. Fill in that outline. Come back down here. Look at the way that frames his head. Oh, that's not the right color. I think that's it for that shade of green. Now we can fill in his face here, go back to the brush. Keep putting that in. Is this? Nope, that's not the right shade. Don't quite have the knack down for getting these, telling the difference between these various hues and these tones very well. Sometimes it takes me a try or two. before I adequately match them up. You know, some of them make sense, like, oh look, there's purple, it's purple, it looks like it. You know, it's just, but like right here, is it that blue or that blue? Or could it be that one? I have a real hard time telling. It's that blue. And who knows, maybe that just means, you know, I just got to work harder. At differentiating these different tones. This right here. Is that this gray one here? Is it this more fleshy one? I think it's this more fleshy one. Yeah. So like that's his sword hilt, and you know, maybe it's jeweled. It's got bits of ruby and gold and mother of pearl. Alabaster, even. Now, what color is that? I think that's this one. Oh, and look at that. I am correct. And is it? It is. Okay. So we can go ahead and stay on here. Pardon the scrape on the mic. Sorry about that. Oh, don't do that. And then I know that this is the, but we do gotta get that brush size down. We can fill in this baby blue. And now we can just fill in the white. Oh. We didn't, oh. That's not the right shade of blue. Is it this blue? It's that blue. There's our dopamine ding. Look at that. He's adorable. I love him. See, now the music's back now. Well, with varying the line width. Lines do not need a fixed width at all. There are many reasons to vary line width for art direction purposes. Without going deeper into the topic for now, observe how ArcLens uses 2 pixel lines for depth separation, but tapers them at their ends, while also using 1 pixel details on the inside. And now you get a little bit sneak peek of what this ends up looking like. But it's a very good example, I think, of what and how to do how to achieve this this kind of look. And this tree gives me very deep Zelda tree vibes. And again, is that just because I've been playing a lot of Zelda recently? Could be, but I really want to take this, remember this when I stream tonight, and take a closer look at those trees in Link to the Past and see how they line up with this. Oop, excuse me. There we go. Because as you see, as this comes together, and especially when the colors come in, these little sections here, where it tapers down to a single pixel point, adds a tremendous amount of just smoothness and roundness to the image. That's, I think, one of the most fascinating things I find about pixel art is that you are taking square blocks and positioning them, using them in such a way where it really tricks the eye into seeing smooth, rounded edges. All right, we got a couple of different shades here. We got a purpley one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Can I do this? Oh, I should not do that. Okay. That's all right. We'll just block that in. And then I think it's this one. And I think I can do that. Now, I would prefer to go up here to the top. Now, I know that this is the shade of green. And I can tell it pretty well between the other shades. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm just going to block it out this line here. Fill that in. Now, these are different. So, I think, zoom in a bit. Yeah, that one is that shade. Go up one more, and that one is that one. This one has a little more blue in it, I suppose. But I really have to look directly at it. It's, if you've ever seen kind of those, I don't know, what would you call them, like those eye optical illusions, where like, oh, you look at the grid, and in the peripheries you see dots, you know, at the intersections of the grid. But the second your eye snaps to look at the dots, they disappear. I get a very similar sensation in looking at these tones that are a little too close to each other. Two or three pixels off, and I can't see which one is which, or if they're too far away. And I have to, well, as you saw with the frog, that shade of blue, even when they're right on top of each other, I had to really zoom in to see what I had done wrong, to see the difference between the two of them. Oh, I'm on the wrong color. But see this one here, it adds even a little bit more blue to that section there. Oh, there we go. I think there. And there. And now you can also kind of tell. I know that it's going to be this sort of darker bluey one along the edges, and follow it along. Because again, you go out here, you can see where those single pixels, they're continuing from this thicker line, continuing that thicker line, even though it's a different, not a black outline, but it's continuing that same line into that sharper point, continuing to round out this image. Let's see if I can find it. I don't think there's any more in there, but I'm going to keep going around these edges here, picking out the darker blues from these ones. Now when see, that's an even darker one. I totally missed it. There we go. Yeah, see, I genuinely can barely tell the difference. Nope. So I'm just kind of guessing at this point. It's like, okay, well, I know this one, it's hitting the corners of the darker shades more. So I feel more confident in placing those there in the corners and around the bottom. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And then I can keep filling that in. So if I'm having more trouble with this one, nope, not that one. Nope, did it again. All right. Now I think I can pretty confidently fill that in. I don't see any little squares telling me, nope, that's wrong. And then I think I can just, come on, finish. Oh, I forgot to talk about the shading on the frog, but this is kind of the same way. Like you're finding the light source and which way that it's going down. It's fairly similar to that, but Maybe I'll go back and revisit that. All right. Let me put this in here. Pretty sure I got all that along the edges done. So let's see. Can I fill that in? I don't see any issues there. Oh, that is not what I needed. Go to the lighter one and fill that one in. There we go. Yeah, that looks, especially right here, remarkably round and smooth. I like it. So yeah, the shadow under here. So the light source is clearly coming from up here, coming down, shining off of the edge of his blade. It's shadowed on the back edge of it. Your shadow under his chin here, his lighter face, and he has the dark outline here and here, but his knees are slightly bent and sticking out so that there would be light on this part of his body, and then a shadow underneath. I like that a lot. All right. So, I could open up a sprite and mess around with that, but I don't think I would be doing very much more than kind of what it was doing in a sprite with lines and than with in the other tutorials. So I don't think you're really adding anything to there. But what we are left with is the fan art and the challenges. So let's see, if I go to progress, there we go. See, we hit 100% on our study goals, or 100% of the drawing tutorials. We still have most of the drawing challenges. Well, we're all done with the colored sprites. We're done with the projects and the apps so far, but Pixel Art Fundamentals, the base game, and the work in progress. We're about 50% of that. Learn the fundamental pixel art concepts. But draw fan art with smooth line, 0%. So yeah, these are the two left that we have here. Now once we finish that, we open up the pinball game, which I have seen a little bit of, but I don't really know exactly what that's in. I wonder if there's so I'm excited to see what that function of this is. Yep, drawing challenges, pixel line art, smooth curves, and consistent line width is to check that out. And it opens up Pixeltosh too, which I don't know what this is at all. I don't think I remember seeing that in any of the promotions or in the other stuff. So excited to see what that does too. It says that we unlocked a ton of the music as well. So yeah, because I remember Home and Glacier being the last ones, but I don't remember getting notifications that these three popped up. So what I might do, so what I think I'm going to do is, instead of making videos of going through the tutorials, I think I'm just gonna do a draw stream where I'll wrap up the pixel line. Well, maybe not. Well, wrap up the pixel art challenges and the line art, and then do a video on whatever that unlocks. I mean, it's not really that there's a big difference between this recording or live. I literally sit down and just click record instead of go live. I'm not, you know, maybe someday. I don't think I'm ever gonna edit things myself. Maybe I'll, you know, get motivated enough to hire an editor and make proper videos. But until then, I'm learning. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. Click a like if you liked it. Leave a comment. Let me know how I can improve, what you would like to see. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is Doing Stuff Studios, and I encourage you to, no matter what you do, keep doing stuff.